Hey you guys, this is tiredg0th and I'm doing a behind the scenes update thing. So, I haven't had recently, anyway, what I feel is enough time to really update everyone on how things have been going. So, I want to sit down with you all and give a big thank you to my fans, my supporters, my subscribers, everyone. You're the reason I'm here. You're the reason that I have any of this going for me. Your support has carried me almost like the hands of God, like into my blessings. I just want to say thank you. You know, I want to remind you how crucial you are to my ability to do these things, and your support, even in the tiniest ways, like your full watch views, your likes, your subscriptions to my content, your Patreon subscriptions, your book purchases, your class purchases. Like when I teach, if you book a class with me, I mean, this is literally helping me forge my career. You're helping me start and get my said businesses off the ground. Like when you make a merch purchase, when you do any of these things, you're actually directly supporting me as a person that's not only following my dreams, but doing what I felt for a very long time that I was ordained to do and still feel this way. And this is like a huge a huge thing for me to admit. It's nerve-wracking actually, but I'm proud to be here and I'm grateful to be here and I know I'm supposed to be here. So I just want to thank every single one of you who actually believed in that too, with me, for me, because that's huge. That's amazing. And with respects to like how it's actually helping me, like sorry if I'm getting like emotional, right? With respects to how it's helping me, it's literally helping me network. It's helping me get my content more views. It's helping me become visible after I was pushed really forcefully into a place of invisibility because of the content I was making, because of what I was talking about, who I was inadvertently or even directly or indirectly exposing for their intentions, their agendas to favor some paths of acknowledgement and practice over others, to sort of place attention on things that, realistically speaking, don't lead down an infinitely fruitful path for anyone in their health, in their wisdom, in their choices to collaborate with others. There are dangers in choices all the time, and I feel like part of me doing what I do exposes the people that want you to make the bad choice, and that's why I was kept hidden for so long. But the bad choice isn't always obvious. It's something that unfolds over time organically. Sort of like if you put food dye into soil and you try to grow plants with that, the plants are going to come out different colors, right? But if the plant is already like a beautiful color on its own, say it's a flower or a fruit or something, and someone is putting dye into it to discolor the plant entirely so that it doesn't look natural, so that people perhaps question whether or not it's like something they could eat or take home with them or whatever. It's that kind of thing. Now that's a really innocent example of what people do to sort of like, I guess you could say, tinge people's perspectives of what is good for them. But it gets worse. Like, what if that food dye was like a poison or something? It's that kind of thing. It's that approach to influencing decisions so that some people who are rightful on their path don't make it to the milestones and through the steps that they're supposed to be taking, because they were literally created in their experience and hand tailored by their experiences, no less, to be able to do that. So it's super important to pay attention to who's influencing your views. But your views matter to me for this reason, because you're actually boosting me into an algorithm so that I can help you, so that I can help people, so that I can deliver messages, information, and perspectives that could change the world. I mean, that's a miracle in and of itself for me, considering where I came from, which was a place where, or a position, I should say, where people expected me to stay hidden and unable to express myself, unable to convey what I knew, unable to fact check people where they were being deceiving. And I'm discovering a lot about my spiritual path and what my perspectives really do to alter things into a set of, like, I guess you could say, balanced perspectives. I am the balance. I am balance for situations. And that's why my scales specifically were always being tipped in the favor of those who wanted me hidden, because they thought they could do that to someone that they can't control because they're not God, you know. But while this was happening since about 2018, right, and I had been on social media since like 2015 or 2016 with respects to like more popular websites that have since changed their labels, like X and whatever. I was on Twitter for a long time, and people gutted my content for ideas, but I hadn't been on that specific social media platform since like 2017 or 2018. I left in 2018 or 2019 or something like that. No, I left in early 2018, and like since abandoned that whole thing. And then my content, my themes, my brand was still being used, mocked, mimicked, you know, made the best of, in a sense. And, you know, I had a couple of accounts, and I had an Academia Gothica account on that platform too, but I deleted it and went to, you know, alternative platforms. I was like, this isn't the platform for me. I want to do something, like, just to encapsulate some history here, I want to do something different. You know, I want to go in the underground. I want to be the underground, right? Now, the way that happened wasn't exactly what I expected, but that is what I did. And I looked for alternative ways to do that. And I got really heavy into the technical and applied technology aspects of this process. I went to, you know, forums to research how to buff up my security and my privacy practices. I learned how to harden my operating systems against attacks. I learned how to throw alien packets from a port proxy. You know, I learned how to change firewalls and do all this stuff because I was so sick of being attacked for the fact that I was talking, that I was appreciating what I could do by sharing it with people. And I realized that I shared too much with people who never would have paid me back for that, repaid my kindness, repaid my worth, and even went so far as to make me feel like I was valueless so that they could walk away with my value. And I realized that this wasn't something only I was going through. This is something that somebody else could have been going through. This was a shared experience. And when that clicked, I was like, I have to do something more. I have to do more. So I did more. I wrote a book. I put together fun merch that you can buy to represent the whole, like, concept of just appreciating yourself, your sense of humor, your technology, or what you know about technology. Little like hidden gems, like nuggets of awesome, you know what I mean? Like just cool things that I could present to people to be like, hey, I don't know if you're like me, if you are cool, but even if you're different, I have something for you, you know? And I really got immersed into, like, wanting to connect with people who understood the path, you know what I mean? And in my security research specifically, I found a bunch of really cool projects. I even took part in a couple of them. Unfortunately, I was also taken advantage of for some of what I was able to contribute and, like, tossed over to the side. Like, I would talk in public forums where I would speak about my ideas, and people would be like, yeah, no, that could work. And then I'd get, like, banned from the forums and shadow banned, immediately removed from the premises for, like, no reason that was explicit, or, like, no reason that really made sense apart from, we like your ideas, but we don't like you, so we're punishing you for that, you know, it's whatever it was. And they kept letting me back on, like, when I had ideas, and then I would get banned again once I shared them, so I caught on to the theme there. And, you know, apart from that, like, I had also been through a lot of trials and tribulations that are a little more close to home, personal, you know. I lost a lot of people that I thought were in a support system. For me, they weren't. I lost a lot of opportunities due to people sabotaging my reputation, like, purposely making ill will and ill intentions for my name. And I'm not, to this day, I'm still not sure why, if not to replace me, while simultaneously being unqualified to do something even remotely close to that. So it's like, this is something that a lot of people may talk about as they're getting into, social media, as they're getting into situations involving, public presence, anything like this. But realistically speaking, I was under fire for most of the time that I should have been building networks and like becoming connected with really cool, influential people. But I'm realizing now that, like, I'm just grateful for everything I've experienced, going back to that one video, if you just saw the one I posted, which is the Cardamancy edition, it goes back to the Grateful Dead lyric, which, again, I don't like the Grateful Dead so much. I don't like those hippy-dippy groups that were kind of loose with their morals and their respect of minority, not minority, well, yeah, no, actually, situations involving the protection of minors, which I guess was a minority concept there. Like, think of the children kind of thing, right? A lot of people weren't thinking of the children. That was a moral that was pretty much something that was of a minority concern. But yeah, groups like that, I don't like them. But the lyric, what a long strange trip it's been, it's kind of useful right now. But with respect to how it's been, yeah. it's been a wild ride, coming to terms with my own ability to clarify things, to accept the messages that have been divinely guided to me for interpretation and for exposure. Like, one of the things that I've been reconnecting with is my dream state, like my ability to clarify and receive like psychic and also intuitive downloads. As the person who has always been able to do this, my ability to do that has gotten very strong, and it's not something that can necessarily be altered or changed at this point, because I am in connection with myself now and what it is I'm meant to be understanding. And it's like, it's helping me create, it's getting me back into the swing of creation. And for a little while here, I wasn't even sure how well I was doing with that. I really thought like too many things were coming to a slowdown for me to keep going, and I wasn't sure what to do, and I just kept going, and I kept pushing, and I kept focused on myself and the things that, God had intended for me. Not man, but God's miracles, right? And if I seem a little nervous, it's because, like, I am humbled by God. I'm very humbled by God. I understand my position as the recipient of God's intention for my life. So as I'm doing this, as I'm balancing my spiritual side, I'm also manifesting it into tangible works. I'm back into writing my book, which was on delay for more than I'd like to admit, actually. And I'm getting back into making more videos and all sorts of things. And it's kind of just like, wow, I can breathe. It's something that I needed to do, because I was worn so thin and worn so down with actually the perception here, because I'm trying to find the right words here. The perception that what I needed to do was serve other people under the idea that that was all I was meant to do to stabilize myself forever. And it's like, life will provide you stability and due support when you stabilize other people, right? And it's not to say that those people should expect you to let them stand on your back for your whole life. That's not the goal. I look at the journey as like, some things begin so that they can end and lead to the greater flow of the river into the estuary, right? Like there's it reminds me a lot of like the formation of water, how you'll have like brooks and things, and then it connects to larger bodies of water, and then everything connects to a large, possibly the largest body of water that it could connect to, right? This is what it reminded me of. There were no dead ends. There were just passages that I needed to make it to get to the grand connection of everything, the big picture. And I made it. And it wasn't necessarily a comfortable experience. It pushed me into decisions that were mysterious and possibly confusing. You know, it was certainly at one point, you know, like, how much do I believe in myself? And the answer was, if God believes in me, I have no reason not to believe in myself, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to try to do. That's what I'm going to do. So I did it, you know. So I'm kind of just settling into it without feeling like I have settled, if that makes sense. I heard someone say that recently in a wedding vow on TV, and I thought it was so beautiful. But that was profound. I understood that in a way that really, like, it hit my heart, you know. I got that. I understood it very clearly. And I would like to use that, you know, without content protections placed on that. God bless you for your insight, because that is exactly what it is. It's not settling for something, but feeling the peace of something that has finally settled into place. And that peace is mine. That peace remains mine. And so many people have tried to take that from me, but I'm still writing the book. I'm still creating content. I still love God, and I am still healthy, wealthy, blessed, protected, and full of love for you all, no matter where I am or what it is that I'm doing. It was just time. It was time. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's been liking my videos, who's been paying attention to my content updates, who has joined the social media group that I put together. I'm super grateful for you. Thank you for everyone who chats in my channels, who pops in to say hi. Thank you for everyone who has donated or purchased a book or booked a class with me. I would be super grateful if more of you did that. So if you are interested in supporting me, definitely like, share, subscribe to my videos, leave comments, let me know how you're doing, let me know that you're interested in collaborating, working with me. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to know you. It's an honor to meet and greet with you. And it is an honor to exchange respect with you. So I just want to say that. And this video has gone on way longer than I thought it would. I guess I'm rambling a bit, but it's been a long time coming that I've actually provided you with a sound update. Also, I have some really cool things that I'm going to be unveiling in a few weeks, okay? I don't want to just divulge everything right here, but there is a lot going on that is super important to me that I would like to share with you, my most earnest, coolest, and most incredible subscribers. So stay tuned right here for all of that, and I will be updating you very shortly with that. In the meantime, stay tuned for more computer show content, more malware show content, and all sorts of other cool things. I did not forget about the podcast. It has just been really delayed. So season 11 is still going. I know I promised this like so many times, but there was just so much going on that was blocking my energy that I have finally surpassed. And I'm grateful to be here to continue sharing with you all. So I will be seeing you soon. Stay tuned for more updates, and be sure to like that button on the way out. I love you guys.